This security camera captured a man in a black baggy hoodie pulling into the parking garage. He parks his car and steps out. Then, without warning, he turns around and runs back outside. The camera captures him leaving the frame completely. It's 2:50 in the afternoon on October 21st, 2021. Security cameras at the Spire San Diego apartment complex are recording everything. A few minutes pass. He returns. This time, he's adjusting something near his waistband. His movements are deliberate, calm. He walks back into the building like nothing happened. The elevator camera picks him up next. He's standing inside, riding up to the 35th floor. He's not alone. Other residents are with him, and according to court records, he even smiles at them. He looks relaxed, normal. But the moment the elevator doors open, everything changes. The hallway camera shows him sprinting toward an apartment door. He swipes a key card. The door opens. He disappears inside. Neighbor's doorbell camera picks up something else. Audio. 6 gunshots. Rapid. One after another. Prosecutors later said they were fired just 1 to 3 seconds apart. Then, a woman's scream. Then, a man's voice yelling, "Anna!" Minutes later, the same man exits the apartment. He walks back to the elevator. He rides it down to the ground floor, and this time, he's calm again, composed, as if nothing just happened. He leaves the building, gets in his car, and drives away. So who is the woman at the center of this tragedy? Before we continue, don't forget to like this video, hit the subscribe button so you never miss any coverage in this channel. Her name was Anna Abulaban. She was 28 years old. She was born in the Philippines and raised in Okinawa, Japan. She had a modest following on Instagram, where she shared glimpses of her life with friends and family. Anna met Ali Abulaban in 2014. At the time, Ali was stationed in Okinawa with the United States Air Force. The two started a relationship quickly. They got married and eventually had a daughter together. Her name was Amira. For a while, they lived what looked like a normal military family life. After Ali left the Air Force, they moved to Virginia. Then, in early 2021, they relocated to San Diego, California. They moved into a luxury high-rise apartment in the downtown area called the Spire. To the outside world, Anna seemed happy. She appeared in many of Ali's TikTok videos. She played the role of the supportive wife and loving mother. In those videos, they looked like the perfect couple, smiling, laughing, living the dream. But behind the scenes, things were very different. Friends and family members later testified in court about what Anna was really going through. They said she endured years of control and abuse. According to court testimony, Ali dictated almost every part of her life. He told her what she could wear. He controlled who she could talk to. He decided where she could go. Anna wasn't free. She was trapped. One friend testified that the abuse started long before Ali became famous online. Another said Anna confided in her multiple times, saying she was afraid. She wanted to leave, but she didn't know how. By 2021, Anna had made up her mind. She wanted out of the marriage. She told Ali she wanted a divorce. She told his mother the same thing. She even started seeing someone else, a longtime friend named Rayburn Barron. But leaving Ali wouldn't be easy. And as investigators would later discover, it would prove to be the most dangerous decision of her life. Now let's talk about the man behind the camera. Ali Abulaban was a Palestinian-American who grew up between New York and Virginia. As a young man, he joined the United States Air Force. That's what brought him to Okinawa, Japan, where he met Anna. But his time in the military didn't last long. According to his own testimony in court, Ali was discharged after an incident involving Anna. He admitted that he lied to his superiors about an assault. Instead of facing a court-martial, he was allowed to leave voluntarily. After leaving the Air Force, Ali and Anna moved back to the United States, and that's when Ali decided to try something new. Around late 2019, he launched a TikTok account under the name Jin Kid. His content was simple. He did impressions of characters from movies and video games. His most popular videos featured him imitating Tony Montana from the movie Scarface. He also did live-action skits based on the game Skyrim. People loved it. His follower count exploded. At his peak, Ali had nearly 940,000 followers on TikTok. He had a strong presence on other platforms too. To his fans, he was funny, talented, and entertaining. Online, Ali presented himself as a loving husband and devoted father. He posted videos with Anna and their daughter, Amira. They looked like the perfect family, happy, successful, living in a luxury apartment in downtown San Diego. But prosecutors would later argue that Ali's fame did something to him. It fed his ego, it made him believe he was untouchable, and it made his need for control even worse. Friends and neighbors painted a very different picture of Ali. They described a man who was increasingly jealous, paranoid, and aggressive. According to testimony, Ali had developed a serious cocaine habit. His temper became explosive. He would lash out at Anna in public and online. He posted rants on TikTok, mocking her and threatening her. He accused her of cheating, even though he was the one involved with other women. He refused to let her have any freedom. And when Anna finally decided to leave him, Ali couldn't accept it. He wouldn't let her go, and that refusal would lead to a plan that ended in murder. By mid-2021, the marriage between Anna and Ali was falling apart. Police records show that officers responded to multiple domestic disturbance calls at their apartment between July and October of that year. Neighbors were worried, friends were concerned, and Anna was scared. On September 1st, 2021, Anna called 911. She told the dispatcher that Ali had pushed her during an argument. She said she hit her head on the bed. When officers arrived, they documented her injuries. They took photographs of the scene. They also photographed scrapes on her knee. Anna was given the option to pursue a restraining order, but she declined. What made this incident even more disturbing was what Ali did during the argument. According to the transcript, he went live on TikTok while it was happening. He mocked Anna in front of his followers. He threatened her visa status, reminding her that he was the reason she was in the United States. He made her look like the problem. Just 1 week later, on September 8th, Anna called 911 again. This time, she reported something even more terrifying. She said Ali had put a gun to his own head while their daughter, Amira, was sleeping nearby. Officers arrived at the apartment. They spoke to both Anna and Ali. But once again, no arrest was made. Anna knew she had to get out. She confided in Ali's mother, telling her she wanted a divorce. She told friends the same thing. She was done. In early October, Anna decided to take a stand. She publicly exposed Ali's infidelity on social media. The post went viral. People who had followed their relationship online were shocked. Around the same time, Anna began seeing someone else. His name was Rayburn Barron. He was a longtime friend. According to testimony, Rayburn was kind, caring, and family-oriented. He was everything Ali wasn't. Ali didn't take the separation well. He moved into a hotel nearby, but he refused to accept that the marriage was over. He bombarded Anna with text messages and voice recordings. Some were apologetic. He would beg her to take him back. He would promise to change, but others were threatening. In one message, he called her the dumbest person he had ever met. In another, he said he couldn't wait to divorce her so he could start a new life. And according to prosecutors, Ali sent a message to his cousin that was even more chilling. He wrote, "I'll kill him if he ever saw Anna with another man." That wasn't just anger, that was a threat. And it was about to become a reality. This case shows how quickly obsession can turn deadly. If you're finding this story as gripping as I am, please hit the like button. It really helps the channel grow. Ali didn't just move out of the apartment, he began planning how to monitor Anna from a distance. According to testimony presented at trial, Ali researched listening devices and surveillance apps online. He wanted to know what Anna was doing. He wanted to know who she was with, and he wanted to hear everything. He came up with a plan. He installed a Discord app on his daughter's iPad. Then he hid the device under the bed in Anna's apartment. Prosecutors later called it a baby monitor app. It allowed Ali to listen to everything happening inside the apartment in real time. From his hotel room, Ali could hear conversations. He could hear footsteps. He could hear Anna's voice, and he used that access to spy on her. On the morning of October 21st, 2021, Ali took things even further. He used a cloned keycard to enter Anna's apartment while she was out. Security footage shows him entering the building around 9 in the morning. According to prosecutors, Ali trashed the apartment. He threw items down the trash chute. He made a mess, but he left the iPad exactly where it was, hidden and active, still streaming audio back to his phone. Later that same day, Ali had groceries and roses delivered to Anna's apartment. It seemed like a kind gesture, maybe even an apology. Anna responded with a brief, polite text message, thanking him. But that response made Ali suspicious. According to his own testimony, her tone seemed off. She wasn't excited. She wasn't warm, and that made him think something was wrong. So he activated the app, he started listening, and that's when he heard it. Voices, Anna's voice, and a man's voice. He also heard laughter. According to his testimony in court, Ali said he didn't recognize the man's voice at first, but he was convinced Anna was lying to him. He was convinced she was cheating. He later testified that he started panicking. He said he was screaming at his phone, telling her not to do it, but Anna couldn't hear him. She had no idea he was listening. Ali grabbed a loaded 9mm handgun. He got in his car, and he started driving toward the Spire apartment complex. According to prosecutors, he was speeding. He was high on cocaine, and he was about to commit a double murder. Around 2:50 in the afternoon, security cameras at the Spire captured Ali entering the parking garage. He parked his car and stepped out. Then, suddenly, he ran back outside. The footage shows him leaving the frame completely. Moments later, he returned. This time, he was adjusting something near his waist. Investigators later identified it as a gun holster. Before entering the building, Ali did something else. He activated the audio recorder on his phone and placed it in his pocket. He was recording everything. The elevator footage shows Ali standing calmly inside. Other residents were with him. According to court records, he even exchanged smiles with them. He looked relaxed, normal, like he was just coming home from a regular day. But the moment the elevator doors opened on the 35th floor, everything changed. Ali bolted down the hallway. He moved fast. He swiped the cloned keycard at Anna's apartment door. The door unlocked, and he went inside. Inside the apartment, Anna and Rayburn Barron were sitting together on the couch. They had no idea what was about to happen. According to prosecutors, Ali raised the gun and fired 6 shots in rapid succession. Rayburn was shot 3 times, twice in the head, once in the throat. He collapsed to the floor. Anna was frozen in terror. She didn't have time to run. She didn't have time to scream. Ali shot her once in the forehead. During his testimony, Ali said, "I snapped. I couldn't stop shooting." He claimed he didn't remember pulling the trigger. He said it all happened in a blur. But prosecutors argued the evidence told a very different story. Audio recordings from Ali's phone captured the gunshots. They were fired 1 second apart. That's not someone who lost control. That's someone who aimed and fired with intent. Forensic evidence backed that up. 1 bullet was fired at close range, leaving soot on Rayburn's cheek. That means Ali was standing right next to him when he pulled the trigger. After the shooting, Ali didn't run. He didn't panic. Instead, he pulled out his phone and took photographs of the bodies. He took pictures of Anna. He took pictures of Rayburn. Then he sent those images to his parents and friends. He called his mother next. According to her testimony in court, Ali confessed over the phone. He said, "I just shot Anna." A neighbor's doorbell camera captured audio of Ali yelling, "Anna," before he left the apartment. It's unclear why he yelled her name. Maybe it was guilt, maybe it was shock, or maybe it was part of the performance. He walked back to the elevator. He rode it down to the ground floor, and this time, he was calm, composed. He didn't look like someone who had just committed a double murder. He walked to his car, got in, and drove away. And 20 minutes later, he would call 911, pretending he had just discovered the bodies. 20 minutes after leaving the scene, Ali called 911. He told the dispatcher he had just arrived at his wife's apartment. He said he found her dead. He said there was another man with her. Both of them had been shot. The dispatcher asked him, "Tell me what you saw." Ali responded, "My wife and another man. Bullet holes to the face. Please help my wife." He sounded panicked. He sounded like a man who had just walked into a nightmare. But investigators quickly determined he was lying. Officers arrived at the apartment within minutes. They found Anna and Rayburn on the couch, both deceased. The scene was exactly as Ali had described it, but something didn't add up. Officers secured the building and immediately reviewed the security footage. And that's when they saw the truth. The cameras had captured Ali entering the building earlier that afternoon. They showed him riding the elevator. They showed him sprinting down the hallway. And they showed him leaving calmly after the shooting. Within minutes, investigators identified Ali and his vehicle. A citywide alert went out to all San Diego officers. The message was clear. Ali Abulaban was armed, dangerous, and on the run. And he had his young daughter with him. After leaving the apartment, Ali had driven straight to Amira's school. He picked her up as if nothing had happened. He didn't tell her what he had done. He just put her in the car and drove. Officers located his vehicle on Interstate 15. They initiated a traffic stop. Ali pulled over without resistance. He didn't try to run. He didn't try to fight. Officers approached the vehicle with caution. They found a loaded 9mm handgun inside the car. They also found ammunition. Amira was in the back seat. She was unharmed. Officers safely removed Amira from the vehicle and placed her with family members. Ali was taken into custody and arrested on the spot. He was charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. And just like that, the TikTok star who had nearly 1 million followers was now facing life in prison. The trial began in May 2024, nearly 3 years after the murders. Ali's defense attorney, Jody Green, argued that this was a crime of passion. She told the jury that Ali had been struggling with cocaine addiction, childhood trauma, and mental health issues. She said he wasn't thinking clearly. She said he wasn't in control. Green also claimed that Anna had given Ali breadcrumbs of hope. She argued that Anna kept leading him on, making him believe there was still a chance they could get back together. And when Ali walked into the apartment and saw Anna with Rayburn, he snapped. But prosecutors painted a very different picture. Deputy District Attorney Taryn Brast argued that the murders were premeditated. She pointed to the cloned keycard. She pointed to the surveillance app Ali had installed on his daughter's iPad. She pointed to the loaded gun he brought with him. And she pointed to the drive to the apartment. Brast told the jury that Ali had plenty of time to change his mind. He could have turned around during the drive. He could have stopped in the elevator. He could have walked away in the hallway. But he didn't. She told the jury, "Heat of passion does not apply when you walk into an apartment you bugged, with a key card you weren't supposed to have, to a fight no one else knew was happening but you, and you brought a gun." Prosecutors also presented text messages Ali had sent in the weeks leading up to the murders. In one message to his cousin, Ali wrote, "I'll kill him if he saw Anna with another man." That wasn't just talk, that was a threat, and it showed intent. The prosecution played the audio recordings of the gunshots. The jury heard 6 shots fired in rapid succession. They heard Anna scream. They heard Ali yell her name. Prosecutors also showed the photographs Ali took of the bodies. The jury saw images of Anna and Rayburn lying dead on the couch, and they learned that Ali had sent those photos to his parents and friends. Ali took the stand and testified for 3 days. He admitted to installing the app. He admitted to driving to the apartment. He admitted to shooting both victims. But he claimed he had no memory of pulling the trigger. He said he felt like a passenger in his own body. He said everything happened in a blur. The jury didn't buy it. They deliberated briefly, and on May 29, 2024, they returned a verdict. Guilty. 2 counts of first-degree murder. If this case has shown you anything, it's that the warning signs are often there long before tragedy strikes. Please share this video to help raise awareness about domestic violence and control. Sentencing took place on September 6, 2024. Before the judge announced his decision, 6 family members of Anna and Rayburn were given the chance to speak. These are called victim impact statements, and they were heartbreaking. Anna's sister was visibly emotional. She stood up and screamed at Ali. She said, "If I had known what my sister had been through, I would have flown to see her and taken her and Amira from you." She talked about the abuse Anna endured. She talked about the fear Anna lived with. And she talked about the pain their family has carried every day since her death. Rayburn's family also spoke. They described him as caring, selfless, and family-oriented. They said he was the kind of person who would go out of his way to help others. He was a brother, a son, a friend. His sister said, "We are often told we are such a strong family for surviving this tragedy, but the reality is this has been the most difficult thing we have ever experienced. Many of us are left broken." Then it was Ali's turn to speak. He stood before the court and read from a piece of yellow-lined paper. He apologized for the pain he caused, but he continued to describe his actions as impulsive and unintended. He asked the judge for a chance at rehabilitation. Judge Jeffrey Fraser was unmoved. He called Ali a very talented actor. He said, "When I saw the Scarface videos, it's as if when he committed these crimes, he became that persona of Scarface, just cold-blooded killing without remorse." Fraser continued, "Any tears he has cried in this courtroom have been for himself." The judge made it clear. Ali showed no real remorse. He was only sorry for himself. He was only sorry he got caught. Then Judge Fraser announced the sentence: 2 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole, plus an additional 50 years to life. Fraser's final words were direct and powerful. He said, "The bottom line here is, he will die in prison. He will never be a free man. He will take his last breath there. Ali Abulaban will spend the rest of his life behind bars. There will be no second chances, no parole hearings, no freedom. He will die in prison." This case is a stark reminder of how obsession, control, and jealousy can escalate into violence. Anna tried to leave. She called 911 multiple times. She confided in friends and family. She told people she was afraid. She asked for help. But the system didn't protect her. and Allie refused to let her go. Rayburn Barron was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. He was a friend who cared for someone in need. He showed up to help Anna, and he paid for it with his life. Today, Ali Abulaban sits in a California state prison, where he will spend the rest of his life. He will never walk free again. He will never see his daughter grow up. He will die behind bars. Amira, the couple's young daughter, has lost both parents. Her mother was murdered. Her father is in prison for life. She will grow up without them. And that is a tragedy no child should ever have to face. Anna's family continues to grieve. They lost a daughter, a sister, a mother. They will never get her back. And they will carry that pain for the rest of their lives. Rayburn's family is left with a void that can never be filled. They lost a brother, a son, a friend, someone who was kind, caring, and always willing to help. And now he's gone. Thank you for watching. Please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, if you see the signs, speak up. It could save a life.